You got this, and you got that, and you gonna murder this one and murder that one. Talking all that bullshit. I'm gonna put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me. I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but is not limited to, the number 500. What's poppin', everybody? We've hit 500 episodes.
We did it. We got there.
What the fuck is Berkey doing? We're at 500 episodes and he's not even on the mic.
That he's got to get done.
My sidekick, he just takes so much to like.
He's passing me a note.
Wow. The last person.
You're going to get in trouble, Berk.
Yeah.
No note passing in class.
Yeah. Remember what happened with Tiger and the guy? He's like, no, I didn't pass him.
That was made up, I thought.
The hell's Tiger and
Was
the
it?
guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was just made up. It wasn't a real thing.
Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods, y'all.
What's poppin', y'all?
Dude, 500. Can you believe we made it?
Yeah.
You made it?
Yeah.
Is this the halfway point? Because you said 1,000 is the number in your dream or whatever, or your fever dream?
It was not a fever dream. It was a panic attack. There's a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, I think it was an optimistic halfway point at that juncture. I'd say we're probably
2/3 of the way there now.
No, I think we're probably gonna end any
We're
day
done.
now.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this feels like a real milestone episode.
We're 501th of the way there.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's it, guys.
Figure maybe the World Series at most, and then we just pack this.
The Buccos World Series?
Yeah, Brian.
When the Buccos make the World Series, we'll end
then
the
we'll
podcast.
end the podcast. Sure.
See you guys forever.
You and I.
I don't even know what that Buccos is.
Well, it's a nickname for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Which is
Tampa Bay?
Well, let me finish. Buccaneer is a type of pirate. We are the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay, well,
Therefore,
that's already a team
the Buccos.
name.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
different.
The Buccos were around. The Pirates were around.
honestly
way
thought it was
before the
beavers.
Tampa Bay.
I thought it
The
was
Buccaneers?
like bucktooth beavers, like bucko. I
Buccaneers
picture a
fans.
beaver in my head when I hear that.
Remarkable. We made 500
It's a
episodes.
it's a big day. I mean, 500 episodes.
Don't do this.
I
know where
tweeted
you're
about
going.
it.
I know where you're going.
Ollie's what? It's my dog's birthday. That's all I was gonna say.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
Ollie.
birthday.
And
Ollie.
Taylor Swift released.
Oh, God.
How does she pick our 500th episode?
You know, I
day to pick.
She picked our
released.
500.
She stalks
She did.
us. She's obsessed.
She did. You know, the Pirates didn't play today because if they knew that I couldn't handle it. My
Yeah.
brain couldn't handle all of this going on at once.
I rewatched the 400th episode last night, just to try to get an idea of like what our milestone episodes look like.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about 45 minutes of Lamana being a creepy Taylor Swift star. I mean,
It's tradition.
Grandpa got a little out of pocket.
Listen, it's not creepy at
It
all.
is a little.
Somewhere along the lines, you talked about peeing on her. And
Oh, no.
What?
My apologies. My apologies.
Not
You said
peeing.
you would not do that. Her peeing on you.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, much
It
better.
was literally like, no, I would never do that. And then somebody said like her peeing on you. He goes, well,
Like what? No.
must have been when I was still drinking.
You're supposed to be drunk for this episode,
I
by the way.
know,
Do you
I
have
know.
any
I'm drinking
alcohol?
Red Bull, like
same.
You want some tequila?
Patron.
kinda.
Yeah.
I don't want
It's the 500th
We need this.
episode.
warm.
First of all, you
Tequila.
said for the night episodes you would get drunk.
I did. No,
You
you said
promised.
Well, I said it.
that.
There you go.
No one wants Conrad
Yeah,
drunk.
no, we
Well,
don't
too
want that.
late.
We want Lamana.
Too late.
That's like way too late.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
I was gonna say something about you drunk night episode. I think I lost it. But
For the
anyway,
best.
yeah,
We'll
probably
recreate
is.
it someday. Not tonight.
Oh,
I will be getting drunk later when I listen to Taylor's new
Well,
album.
just start now. Pregame.
well, maybe pregame. I know what it was. It was somebody in one of the Ask Us Anything questions asked, who do you think on the set is most committed to their bit? And it's for sure you. Like, no one commits to a bit like the tortoise.
Is it a bit though?
I'm looking at
I
my
think it's
shirt.
just
Look
his
at my
personality.
shirt. It's got
A little A, a little B. I mean,
on it says slow and steady.
it's not about how you commit to the bit, you know?
I
It's
thought it was
just
the Taylor
commit.
Swift thing.
yeah, any bit.
That's not a
Literally-
bit.
That's what I mean.
not a bit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's like that's like
I'm
your,
very
your heart and
excited.
soul.
Michelle and I are going to throw a party at the house, just the two of us, listening to her new
That's
album probably
cute.
3 times in a row.
Man,
Okay.
I'm gonna die alone.
You'll have Pep.
That's cute.
Well, I got it for
Yeah.
a couple years.
That's
That's
really
a good
cute.
girl.
We like have people coming like to the house to take you guys away. Really cute guys.
5150, both of you.
How does one experience a watch party for an album? I mean, like, I know how you experience Taylor Swift, but you won't know any of the words yet. So
Yes, well, we
Just
won't know
think
the
about
words.
that Thanksgiving when he sang like an entire.
that's
Taylor
what I'm
Swift
saying.
album.
He
It's gonna be
knew
like
all the
that.
words at
So,
that point.
so what we're gonna do is we'll put it on
Google the lyrics.
Put it on TV. Well, no. If you look at the Apple Music, it has the music.
Don't
I
worry.
see.
Don't worry. It has the lyrics.
he has a
It
plan.
has the lyrics. Yeah. So we won't look at the lyrics while we listen to the music.
Yeah, and you cry.
You don't just look.
I might
cry.
cry. I mean,
Totally
it's called
cry.
the Tortured Poet Department. So
I do this when an Eminem album drops, and he's dropping one this year. It's been announced, so
Really?
I'm with you.
Man,
Yeah, see?
as
Yeah.
big of an Eminem fan as I am, obviously nowhere near as big of an Eminem fan as you are. I don't want him to make any more music.
Why?
It's
if you
not
don't listen
good,
to it
Nikki.
anyway, you don't
'Cause he's
care.
old.
Well, I do listen to it because I like Eminem, and I hope that
So
it's
you
gonna
don't
be
like
good.
music to be murdered by? That was like the last album that he put out, and then he made Music to be Murdered by Part 2.
It wasn't good.
It was good, and you lack taste.
he's pretty good
There were a
still.
few albums that in the middle there in like 2009, 10 that were that
They were
great.
really bad.
Like Relapse and
Relapse
Recovery.
and
I
Recovery
liked
was-
those.
No.
I liked those albums.
No, he was singing in Triumph the Comic Dog
Yeah,
voice
exactly.
the whole
I
fuking
hated
time.
that. As a fan, I
But
hated
was
that
that.
was like
so
Love
bad.
the Way You Lie. That was good.
I hated
was like the one.
Encore, and I hated
Yeah.
Bro.
a Relapse.
So
Relapse was really
his
bad.
first 3 albums were great. Was Encore
yes.
one of those?
No, that was the
No.
fourth.
His
Yeah.
first 3 were like really good, and then kind of
Yeah.
tapered
The
off.
Marshall Mathers LP was incredible.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne is still really good.
Eminem
so.
shows are my favorite.
Eminem Show was
That's
the
the
third
one
one.
with
That's the third
Till
album.
I Collapse.
Right.
Yeah, till
Yeah.
I collapse. I'm spilling these raps. As long as you hear
Get
'em.
it.
The day that I stop, you'll never say that I'm not spilling them. Because when I am not, then I'ma stop it. And then I am not hip hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Like-
What stuffy nose voice are you using?
Well, he has a nasally voice,
He does. Yeah.
and I can't be a man, so that's as best as I could do.
Okay, we'll let it fly. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a big Dr. Dre fan. I'm a big Eminem fan.
Yeah, right.
They've had their moment. And look,
You're a hater.
rap is really fucking bad right now.
Taylor's-
so
It's
any-
not.
Taylor's moment
It's
right
not.
now.
You're a big hater.
It's pretty good.
rap is pretty good right now.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Go
not the
on.
mumble rap.
Like Drake's still good.
Is he?
Rap,
Yeah.
rap is whatever. I mean, it's not
What do you
the
think,
worst,
Conrad?
not
Drake's
the best.
still good.
Sure, he has some fun
What
stuff.
about there's a big feud? It's like all these guys hate Drake now that you see friends with him.
None of those songs are really good or anything. Like,
There
not-
are-
We Don't Trust You
They're
was good.
catchy. Like
There
some
are
of them
good.
are
No,
good.
Kendrick's killing it.
No,
There are good
okay.
rappers.
I mean,
Okay.
he was killing it. He did kill it.
Please explain to me how Drake is great and Kendrick is mush.
I don't think Kendrick's that good.
They're
my
all
God.
good.
There was a 10-year.
J. Cole's the best one out of all
J.
of them,
Cole's
so it's not
also-
even a fucking question.
Also fantastic.
There was like a 10-year stretch, like 1995 to 2005, where like that was the best rap.
Weird. That
Maybe
was your 20s.
It's weird, but I mean, is it not true?
I mean, yes, rap was good during that time. It was
Right.
a brand new genre, or newish.
Yeah.
Also, they were murdering one another for our entertainment. So, like,
Yeah, now they feud like,
Now they,
like you chipped my nail, and they used to be like, I'm gonna kill you. Like it used to be like hard. Now it's like,
Yeah.
They
I got
rid
a
of gangster
manicure
rap.
and you messed it up.
you know, I said rap isn't good right now, and you're defending it. Now you're back attacking
the
it.
feuds are not good, but the music is good. The R&B's good.
R&B and rap, not the same
It's
thing.
similar though.
Oh, come on. You're really taking liberties here.
You guys, we lost 4 viewers because of this convo.
Yeah,
Wow.
because
We
he
got
said
six.
Kendrick's
It's okay.
better than Drake.
We got
Yeah.
questions
Kendrick is
to
bad.
As soon
get
as we
to.
pivoted off of Taylor, we just our
Yeah.
viewership just plummeted.
It's
Well,
plummeting.
You know what? Just because you went back to Taylor, I'm going to tell you what Ephro has to say.
Oh boy.
He says, if the album is as bad as my diehard wife fan says it fan wife says it is.
Oh, she listened?
I don't expect to see the tortoise on episode 501 while he recovers.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
R.I.P. to the turtle.
here's the thing with
Brian can't listen with a critical
You guys
ear.
think
Yeah,
you
I
guys
think
think
he's
that
gonna think
I
it's
am a
good no matter
diehard
what.
fan, which I am. But there's like people that are like way beyond me, and they are hyper critical of
think
every little note and lyric that she has to say. So I don't know if this person.
But like, do they say it's bad if it's bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, that's what he's saying.
Die hard.
I heard that it was bad, but you know,
Right.
a lot of times
Lamana's a level below Die Hard. He can't listen with the critical ear. He's going to love everything that comes out.
Yeah.
that's not true. It's just I
Like
don't.
Nikki with Eminem.
I might
No,
not hold
see,
her
I
to
think
as a
I'm
high of a
diehard.
standard as some people. That's all.
If you watch my reviews on Eminem's albums, you'll see that I criticize correctly.
You know, it's crazy that I haven't found the time to do that just yet.
Well, make time.
maybe
yeah,
maybe this
we should
weekend.
watch that.
Important
Yeah,
We'll put
stuff
it on
there.
the TV at home.
Give you some
That's how
AdSense
we're going to spend
revenue.
our 500.
Usually with music for me, and not just Taylor, but all music, it needs to like grow on me a little bit. I need to like learn the lyrics, and then like hear the song a few times before I really start to like it. It's hard. It doesn't happen very
No
often.
such thing as a banger right out of the gate.
I mean, once in a while, but usually when you like, I never like hear a song for the first time. Like, oh my god, this is the greatest song I've ever heard.
I do often, actually.
Too often, probably.
They're always
go
like
that
the
far.
sad, depressing
sad.
ones.
Absolutely.
Like sad
First time I heard
ballads.
Louis Capaldi changed my life.
He's like in the car, like screaming, crying.
What's that new song that's all over TikTok? Like beautiful something. I don't know. He was like
Beautiful Soul by that.
Jesse McCartney.
Yeah, Jesse McCartney.
That's fucking like 1992.
Amazing.
So we've got a lot of questions from our viewers, guys.
Oh, okay.
Shout 'em out.
Yeah, on Monday on our Twitter, we asked them to ask us anything, and they have a lot of questions for you guys. Are you prepared mentally, physically?
I'm ready.
Physically,
I am.
spiritually,
I am
emotionally.
ready.
Okay, so the first question is from A1 Caitlin Komeski. If the cast
know her.
played what? Don't fucking flex. Okay, if the cast played Survivor, who would win? Who would be voted out first? Who would be the villain? Who would be the hero?
It's
etc.?
only the cast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, it's all of
Well,
us, or is there other people?
That's what I'm
like-
saying.
Yeah.
Like, is it only the cast?
Yeah,
or-
just us. Like
Berkey
it-
would
the
win.
cast was on Survivor.
He
I
watches
don't know about
alone.
that.
Like,
Who
Oh,
else
I
would
think I
you?
would be the first one out.
Who else would you want?
Yeah,
You
I
would
think
either
I
be
think
the
Guapo
first.
would win
What's your
I could see
reasoning
that.
behind that?
because
You're too
I
nice.
think you know how to survive on as little as possible.
Yeah, and you would be, and you would be building the shelters and stuff and gathering the water and like doing all the
I
physical
I
understand
also
what you're
shit.
think he would avoid
This
getting
is
voted
appropriating
off.
my life.
I don't think he would get voted off. Like, he
No,
would
no.
fly
Right,
under the
Yes.
radar.
Obviously, Guapo has the best social game.
Guapo
out
will
of
get
all
carried
of
to
us.
the end.
Right.
Yeah,
He-
they'd be like, he's solid. Like, and he would
Nope,
just kind of be
yeah.
quietly like stacking sticks.
Everyone
and
knows the
stuff.
island would
Wait,
be.
why are you saying
a
they?
worse
It's
place.
you guys. It's
Yeah.
we're playing against one another.
No, I think we
I'm
should
thinking
do
about
it.
what
I
is
think we
going
should do it
on.
if there's other people
Cacophony.
too.
I'm actually probably killing Melissa first.
Why? That's rude.
Because she's shiesty. She's going to do something dirty. Berkey's going
You
second.
don't bring a lot to the table. You're gonna eat a lot of the protein.
I
You're gonna
think-
shit yourself.
Berkey's
Guys,
going
I'm really
second.
resourceful. Like, I would go and gather so much stuff.
You're gonna demand to be washed and fed.
I would
mean,
need to
nobody
be
needs this.
in exchange for being washed and fed and changed. I will go and gather like berries.
See, I'm
and
keeping anyone that
sticks.
gathers and stuff.
I'm
That's
a
why
big
Guapo's
gatherer.
on.
I love to find
Yeah.
stuff and collect it.
I'm the one
so-
that like isn't doing anything. Like I'm just like manipulating people into thinking like they need to do things.
Okay, well, you could be on my team,
Okay.
and I'll gather. And
yeah,
you can
we
do
could
that
be in an
part.
ally thing.
Yeah.
Berkey's out first for sure because when he doesn't get enough sleep, he's like really like on
Cranky.
edge.
That's a strong trait in the Survivor world.
Being cranky?
Yeah, you got to
He's,
put people in their
like,
place
super
from time to time.
cranky.
You know, you can't just
You
let
might
them
just
run
storm off
roughshod.
and be sick of us
You'd
because
be
we're
like-
not doing enough.
You know how in Survivor,
That's all right. I would win all the. Here's the thing. I actually wouldn't be the first one out because I would win all the immunity challenges.
This guy.
we wouldn't
Hold
let
on
you
a
get
second.
that far.
What do you mean? That-
Yeah, you're out before any of those.
There's no vote
I
before
throw
the
the tribe
immunity
voted
challenge.
you out.
That's not how it works.
Well,
Well, there's a lot of times they're not individual challenges. So.
Yeah, in the
So
beginning
you have
it's
to rely on
tribes.
other people.
All
to
right.
help
Well,
win.
I would have to draft a good team.
What if
You're
the
back
first,
in,
What if
Melissa.
the first
Thank you.
immunity challenge is knowing all the states?
Okay. Well, honestly, in this group, I feel confident.
What?
I know a lot of states.
Wait, hold on. Whoa.
Listen,
this group would
I think I
smoke
could be
you.
an asset.
First of all,
If
you
we
don't
do-
know anything in the fucking Midwest, so you're already ruled out.
I know every.
He's not even from here. He's from down south.
What?
I'm going to do just fine. I think I get like 46 of them.
I'm really good at puzzles.
I would take the other of 46.
I think we need
Book it.
tortoise though for the like physical challenges.
We did
Right.
this already. We've been here before.
Book it.
I feel
State
like
capital's different story.
Oh, man.
I feel like you know how in Survivor, like everyone's trying to sleep, and there's one person that's like so antsy and they can't like just lay around, so they're like chopping wood at 5 a.m. I feel like that's Berkey, and he's just gonna like he's gonna piss us off and then tell us we're not doing enough.
I think so.
And so everyone's gonna be like, we should really get rid of that.
we should take his resources.
Let him build up all the resources.
Yeah.
Then get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like with all his early morning
Right. Yeah.
Berkey
Once you're done
I
chopping
would be
that
the
tree
one
down, we're
sleeping-
gonna kick you off.
I'd be the one sleeping like a baby. Conrad would be the one who's up at 3 fucking a.m.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
Conrad can't
Conrad
sit
would
still.
like be befriending a raccoon somewhere. Like,
You're not wrong.
like he's cool. He's cool. Let him in.
Conrad snuck in weed, like,
Yeah.
and so everyone's friends with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that about sums it up. Hope that answers your question, Kaylin. This is the one you were talking about, Berkey. Which cast member is most committed to their respective bit?
It's Lamana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manager.
Nobody has a better running bit, and if you throw a bit at him midway through, he
He'll run
just
with it.
sucks it up and goes with it.
You know it.
Minus
He's a
that,
good
I would love
yes
to lose
and.
the fucking Maraca.
You're not gonna lose the Maraca unless you take. No.
I can lose anything I want, whether or not.
You're gonna have to pry it from my cold dead hands.
Okay, well, stranger things have occurred.
It's like nice. knowing
Brian's
you.
gone missing.
Brian's getting voted off if he brings the Morocco.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
definitely
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah,
fly.
I'd form an allyship with Berkey if the Morocco was coming.
Yeah, like you guys want to vote me off first. What do you think the next
Only
multiple weeks look like?
Only if you're cranky.
Just
only if you're cranky.
I'm always cranky. Look around.
Well, Guapo would do
I'm
all
always
the
cranky,
other
but like
stuff.
I get shit that look around. Like outside of Guapo,
Yeah.
who's doing anything?
Well, that's why you're a threat to us.
Yeah, exactly. You're a threat. You're a threat,
Right.
and you're cranky.
We're trying to
Yeah.
win the
Just take
game.
it. Just take it as a compliment, boss. You're
No.
right.
Exactly.
Right.
You do too much.
You're too physically fit.
I'd figure it out. That's all I know. I would
Yeah.
just figure it out.
They'd
This is
forget
the-
you were on the show.
Conrad's
You'd
like
be
a
like off in
chameleon.
the
He'll
woods
just
somewhere.
adapt to his
This is the
environment.
easiest game of Survivor ever created.
Let's go play then.
I think you guys
Actually,
are underestimating
we should
me.
play. We should play something stupid like
We
that.
should go in the woods
No.
and do like survival.
So
I always
have-
wanted to do like a Big Brother, like just like a 1 day Big Brother, like in a house somewhere. Just get everybody and just like play different games, and then have somebody vote people off and make alliances. And just have the whole day be like a whole season of Big Brother. I think
Maybe
You
that'd
mean
be
like
a lot of fun.
birthday.
werewolves? You mean like werewolves?
Or like werewolves, yeah, or
No,
traders,
I can't
yeah.
play werewolves.
we do
play-
that all the time.
I can't play that game. with
No,
you guys
We just don't
anymore.
film it.
No, I'm saying like actually like Big Brother, not like playing werewolves.
Oh,
Like
It's
in a
way
house.
different. Yeah, like where you're literally off having conversations with people and playing
Doing
the
shady
game.
shit.
We played
Yeah.
Survivor on Telegram in disc.
you
COVID.
play Survivor.
Yeah.
How do you play Survivor?
Listen, man.
We played werewolves.
No, we played Survivor on Telegram during, or it might have been Telegram/Discord during COVID.
How do you do an immunity challenge?
Oh, there was a bunch of ways.
Okay.
Actually, the Houston group of poker players did a live Survivor recently. Not
That
sure how
sounds
that
Yeah, you could
went,
do like
but-
online games.
Run
or
It Up
whatever.
used to do. They used to stream werewolves. It was fun. Kind of cool.
All right, this one's
play
one that actually I was very interested in when I first met you guys because you guys are so odd. This one is this Brad Clifford asks, how did all of the podcast members meet and become part of the team? You guys are just an eclectic group of people, and it's very interesting.
I can
Kinda like
enlighten
how-
everyone.
Kind of like how Pip got adopted. Like
Yeah.
No.
we got
I
adopted.
saw Pip was the puppy in the window that I said I have to have that.
Yeah, you said that to us. You're like,
You're
I
a bunch
gotta
of
have-
trash
I
pandas
gotta
that
have
fucking
that.
ransacked my house.
Were we more like Rudy?
Yeah,
We're
you're
more
like
like Rudy?
Rudy.
No. I would have left Rudy wherever the fuck you found him.
It's really only Melissa and Conrad.
Trash
well, and
pandas.
Landon's not here.
Yeah, the people that live in his house, you mean?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying
everyone
for all
knows
people on the
about-
podcast, it's just them two today. Well,
Yeah.
Landon as well.
Brian, honestly, everybody in this room, in some capacity, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's going to come off that way. Everybody in this room was forced upon me in some sort of capacity.
Yeah, it's true.
I was forced upon
all
you?
the way back to the first time I met Lamana. My granddad was friends with his dad and was like, "All right, I'm going to take you to meet this kid. You need a friend."
Well, that sounds about right.
You needed a friend, and I was there for
They
you.
lived so goddamn far away. It was impossible to be
It
friends.
sounds like they were forced upon you and you needed them.
Oh, let's not go
Yeah.
too far.
Yeah. He's
Very-
always like, I'm a lone wolf, but if you were really alone, you'd be so sad.
Berkey lived. Berkey
You
lived
think
alone
I'm
for like
happy?
half a second.
If he didn't like it, he would have kicked us out.
Let's relax.
You'd be less happy if you lived alone.
Yeah.
That sounds glorious.
You tried living alone for like a month and you hated it.
I got
Because you'd have
so
nobody
fat
to
and
yell
so
at,
rich.
and that's part of like one of the joys in your life.
The only person I yell at is Rudy and Landon because he's disrespectful. By the way, I tested it yesterday just to double up on your water theory.
Oh, yeah?
This is how I know it's Landon. It holds a full half gallon once the water is out of the
full
jug.
half.
So you can get an entire half gallon of water
In the
of the reservoir.
Well, if the reservoir is not a thing.
No, it
really,
matters
though.
so much because now not only is like the jug empty, but you're still making the conscious decision to take the next half gallon of water
Yes.
prior to replacing the
Yes.
jug,
Right.
which could only be Landon.
Why is that?
Because it's impossible to not see that the jug is empty.
Right.
Like I thought Melissa was upset that like, the jug would get kind of down to the low
No,
part
that
and
I don't
people aren't
mind.
like
If you're running good if you fill your water and the jug's low.
I forgot
Right.
about Landon. I think he would get voted off first. He would definitely take all the resources.
Yeah, he would eat too much of our stuff.
right.
Yeah, he would drink all the water.
You'd have to get rid of him first.
Yeah,
You'd eat
we
Conrad's
would.
Nobody
raccoon
survives.
friend.
It's
Nobody
either-
would survive.
Either he does or yeah.
We wake up one
Right.
morning, all the rice is gone.
He's
Yeah.
like, I'll get more. Like, what are you
We're like,
mad
this
about?
time it is about the rice, Landon.
I'll find more.
About the rice.
More.
Like, no, you
I'll
won't.
grow it.
It'll be
that
fine.
is those famous last words. Like eats the last of something that you're just looking forward to, and he goes, "I'll get more." What?
Literally, he said that last week because Berkey was pissed that he drank the last protein shake.
Yeah.
and he's just like, I'll just order more.
like that's great.
Yeah.
A week from now.
Right,
What
that
about
doesn't-
right this
yeah.
fucking second when
Well-
I'm hungry?
I think he meant like he just Instacarted to the place, so you have to wait like a half hour. But
No,
But
I
you
waited
have
the
to
whole
ask
show.
him.
Yeah.
He doesn't just do it. You have to wait till he
Yeah,
gets
it's
yelled
something
at
he
and then
says
he does
as a
it.
Right.
band-aid,
Right.
and then
You-
hopes you forget about it.
Yeah.
Here's the whole story. I bought a protein shake, left it in the refrigerator so that I could make myself pancakes before the show a couple days ago. And I come in and I pour my pancake mix all ready to go, and I open the fridge and there's no shake. And I go, "You protein stealing shake motherfucker." And he goes, "What? I'll get more." And it's like, when? So then he orders Instacart during the show, gets strawberry banana protein, which I wouldn't eat if it was the last fucking shake on earth.
of course he gets
And he
strawberry
goes, "Do you
banana.
want this?"
It's got two different kinds of fruit, Berk.
Son of a bitch.
By the way, our podcast is so on brand that we've gone on so many tangents that nobody actually answered this last question.
I don't even remember what it was.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
he did answer. He said, "You're all a bunch of trash pandas that got forced on me."
Correct.
How they
We
all
were
met,
homeless.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Berkey and I met as kids, we were childhood friends.
He was forced on me every step of the way. I hated him. He's like, "I play poker now." I was like, "Fine, I guess I play poker
No.
too."
Berkey loved me until probably about 9th grade. Then we hated each other until we graduated, and then we became friends again in
Yeah.
college.
Yeah. There, you know what it
Wow,
was?
that's on time.
What it was is I realized
You were a prick. Yeah.
I was a little bit of a prick. You were annoying.
Of course I was annoying.
But I realized after that incident with Renee in 8th grade that I couldn't defend you through high school any longer, and we had to go our separate ways. It was all over. She spit an icy juicy on him. I mean, at that point, your high school
that
career
was
is
like
over.
embarrassing for you to be friends with him because she spit
No,
icy
no. It was just.
How did you meet Melissa?
Good job, Lamana.
series-
Keep it on the
The
rails.
series of events that led to it were just like, that was the most insulting thing you could have said, but it was funny. Anyway, yeah, so in hierarchical order, Conrad was next, who was just his Christian stowaway.
Right.
I was Tangent Stone.
He was like,
Chin's like, I might move here, I might not, but like definitely take this guy off my hands. I was like, does he do anything? He's like, he gets really high a lot, but he can deal.
Does he do any
I'm
tricks?
Like, oh, okay.
Does he do any
as long
tricks?
as he can deal, I guess we can use him for the academy. That was
Something
my
along those lines.
introduction to con. Every one of you, minus Nikki and maybe Guapo, have slept on the couch in this office.
This is true.
No, I
And
slept
me.
in
No.
the
Oh yeah,
cot,
I guess
and
Lamana.
it stunk.
I never.
You slept where and it
I
stunk?
slept in that cot when there was a cot back
Oh
there.
yeah.
It stunk to high heaven.
Yeah, you should have washed the cot.
I put a t-shirt down because I was like, I'm not putting my head on this.
A t-shirt. Jesus.
Yeah, it was always just like, here's this person. It's like, do you have a place for him? Like, yeah, the office. And then somehow a room would just magically open up at your
Yes.
house. And it's like, well, guess what? You don't have to sleep at the office
Yes,
anymore.
that's pretty
Like you
much
get invited to
right.
live there. Like
Yeah.
you graduate into
No.
living at
Melissa
Berkey's
never
house.
got the invite. She had a fucking snake,
just-
and Landon was just like, "Hey, we have an empty room." I was like, "I don't care." There's a giant python that's not living at my house. And then one day I woke up and Rudy was there. I'm like, "What the fuck is going
Yeah.
on here?" Hello, rock boy.
Rudy was really
quite
good
the
at the beginning.
collection.
He really fit right in, and then I don't know what happened.
I feel like Trina kept him in line somehow.
No, Trina wasn't there with him.
No.
I thought she was. I thought you took Christian's room
I did.
and Mama Joe lived downstairs.
Nope.
Nope.
Never.
Mama
looked
Joe's
together.
already gone.
Oh, because
It was
Landon took her
Gatsby.
room.
Landon took
Gatsby
her
kept him in
room.
line.
Yeah, that's true. And Gatsby got old.
Yeah, and then he started rebelling.
Poor
What other
bastard.
questions you got for us, Nikki?
All right. So the next question is Scott Brewster asks, what are thoughts on Neuralink and how it will impact poker in the next 5 to 10 years? People will be able to sit together, communicate with each other without speaking. Also, you'll be able to share data output from your Neuralink to another person and have it transcribed. This guy's, he's very concerned about the Neuralink.
I see that.
I gotta
think-
tell you.
I think it's more
I
than
plead the
I
fifth.
think it's more than 5 to 10 years
You
away.
plead the fifth?
I plead the fifth.
Are you implying that you have an
doesn't
opinion
have
that you don't want
Or
to
that
state
he
because it might
has Neuralink.
self-incriminate
don't
you?
have Neuralink.
That's what it sounds like.
If you have Neuralink,
I
it
don't
doesn't
thi-
work very well.
Can we spend a few minutes to describe the fifth, Conrad? It's not a bottle of vodka.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
Sorry.
I'd be
Tequila.
more concerned with the fact that I'll just have access to pornography whenever I
Oh,
want.
no.
Like I'd be in the middle of a 3-bet pot and
just boobs everywhere. I mean, if all of this that he just spelled out comes true, poker is like
It's
the
dead.
least of our concerns.
Yeah.
We have way bigger issues. I mean, you're basically just going to be able to like, I don't know,
Telepathically talk
All
to
the
each other.
Not even
jobs are
tele-
in trouble.
not even telepath, but you basically be able to like dox anybody walking down the street
Yeah.
to some degree.
Yeah.
You know, see, I don't
Probably
know.
have privacy
Okay,
settings.
Dano asks, if your lives were made into a film, what actor would you want to portray you?
Keanu Reeves.
Adrian Brody.
For you, you want Keanu Reeves
That's
to play Poo Dog Melissa.
Yes.
me too.
Okay.
And
You want
in the
Keanu
same
Reeves
scene.
too?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can see
They
that.
could do that, that twins Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan thing,
Like in Parent
Right.
Trap.
Yeah, in Parent
But
Trap.
with
Yeah,
Keanu.
but playing both.
All right, Keanu
think-
Reeves playing both of us.
I think Adam Sandler would make an excellent tortoise.
I thought you were gonna go with Taylor.
Taylor, no, she already did the,
Yeah, I could see Adam
different
Sandler
gender
playing
thing.
you.
I could see that too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
a
pretty
good
good.
one.
Yeah.
I think Berkey should be Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
He has
that's good.
dementia.
Yeah, that's why
He's
we want him to
dementia
be you.
perfect.
Or who's the other guy from
Chill.
Fast and the Furious? That
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah.
Diesel.
Nah, he got fat.
Well, we need bald guys to
wants
play.
The
Yeah,
Rock
what
to
other
be
bald
him.
guys are
No,
there?
he's too big.
There's only one person to play
Bruce
that.
Willis.
Yeah,
You
Bruce
got,
Willis.
you
You
can have
said
like
that
Oh, I
already.
did.
Who would
Yeah,
play you, Conrad?
Travis
only
Kelsey
one.
play me.
There's only one.
Travis
The
Kelce.
soccer player guy.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny
There's
Depp.
only one man for the
This is
job.
a
would be
really
good.
interesting
There
cast.
is only one man for this job.
2 women played by Keanu Reeves. Johnny Depp is playing a black guy.
Loki, I want to watch this movie though.
Yeah, it sounds
This isn't
good.
a very big vote of confidence for this podcast, but if we assembled that cast of characters and had them do the only, I would not watch.
I would watch.
Definitely not watch.
Definitely watch.
I think Keanu would crush
Keanu
it.
talking to Keanu with fucking,
He's like, "Did you shave your ass, babe?" He's like, "Yeah."
What about you, Guap?
Johnny's like, where's
Adrian
the
Brody.
Oh, Adrian
that's a good
Brody.
one.
I could see
That's
that.
Entourage,
Tall,
right?
skinny,
Yeah.
big nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't see it. I don't think you have a big nose.
It's not
it's
small.
pretty normal.
It's very Romanesque, I've been told.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Me
don't
too.
think he has a big nose, Berkey Bitch Slap Tracker would like to know what is your biggest loss on a single hand and in a single session? Berkey.
Single hand. I've definitely lost 7-figure pots. I'm pretty sure it's the one where Roger Sipple made a royal versus me. At least that's the most memorable one. I might have lost more in a hand, but if I did, it couldn't have been much more. That was $1 million pot.
Probably like 6K. Very big.
Yeah.
I think I lost like 450 down at the Jewel.
Biggest loss in a session, I think I lost like 650 a couple of times, somewhere in that neighborhood.
$650,000 pot.
That's like a pretty nice house in
Oh,
Vegas.
the session.
In a session, yeah. Yeah.
They could get you a gated community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you going to do? You gamble. I won $1 million multiple times. So, there's that.
Okay, I really like this question from Nadav. What is your alternative career if poker disappeared tomorrow? No one.
I obviously don't have an answer for that.
No one has a snap answer.
If anybody
That's
had
crazy.
an answer, we wouldn't fucking be here. Like, there's no way. It's such a difficult question to ask or to answer because, like, if you're successful in poker, there's almost nothing else you're going to be that good at that you can make anywhere remotely close to comparable money in.
I feel like there
That's
is.
not true.
Yeah, I think
That's
the
not true.
opposite.
Yeah. I would say like crypto. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
That's not a career.
Yes, it is a
Trading?
trader, like a trader, like something that
Nowadays it is.
like a Dan O'Brien or Dave went into. Like these guys are a lot of poker players.
Yeah.
Really smart, successful poker players moved into the crypto space because it's just a game in a way, right? So
It's a lot of carryover skills.
Yeah, exactly. So I think like the upside is probably 100x what poker is.
There's definitely more upside.
Yeah.
I don't know about 100x. You think
I think
you think they're making like 100 million in a year?
I think you can make 100 million.
Best
I think
are
like
making that. Maybe not in a year, but
That's kind of my point. It's like
I think like the best players in poker are making $1 million a year, and the best people in crypto are making 100 million a year.
I think $1 million is selling it short. $1 million's very easy to make. It is. If you're in the top like if you're in the top 1 to 5% of poker players, like if you have
1
access
to 5, that's big. You think there's 5% of people making $1 million a year? in
No
poker?
way.
In
Only
poker?
Only 5% of poker players win. 10%.
No way.
I just think it's funny, like a poker player being like, "That's not a real job," to like anything else.
funny.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't say poker was a real job either.
well,
Yeah,
it's
you
your
just
career.
do gigs. We would tour around on a tour bus and just do gigs.
Yeah, we do gigs.
Yeah.
I would sell my wares. I have a lot of hobbies and crafts that I do, and I would like my dream. I always talk about this to Steve is to just like have enough time to do all my crafts, and then every Sunday at the farmers market, I sell my wares.
You could do that on like Etsy.
I could wrap them in banana leaves. I don't have time.
Oh.
I need the time freedom to do my crafts in peace, where it's art from the soul, and then I sell them at the farmers market.
That's similar to what I would do. I would have to find a way to scale,
In a
but
beach
I
town.
really like buying stuff and then selling it online.
I think I would be doing what I did before, which was retail.
But isn't the thing with
Be an astrophysicist.
Isn't the thing with
so,
why
yeah.
you wouldn't do any of this stuff because the hourly is like massively lower?
No, not everyone is motivated by money. Like I think I'm way more motivated by process and like.
When
But
you
then why
don't
would you
have
just
money,
do
you're
so-
motivated
I
by
want
money.
money.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that I would want to get to the point where I could just do that. Like it says, if you could pick something else.
Yeah.
If you had money.
Right. I'm just
Like,
playing.
didn't have to
Money was
worry
no
about money.
object.
Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate of like you can pick something else and you choose
Right.
not to pick these things because
Yeah,
the
you're
ceiling
weighing
is too low.
you're weighing all your
I
pros and
think I'd be a pop
cons.
star.
There you go.
Like my thought process is if poker disappeared tomorrow,
Yeah.
obviously we have to shift into something else. How much of a pay cut are you willing to take
Right.
in a different field? Because like I just don't know where you're making $1,000 an hour. Not that everybody in this room is making $1,000 an hour, but like that's like what the upper echelon of poker looks like. It's like you can make $1,000 an hour. It's like how are you going to do that elsewhere
I
unless
don't
you're
even
like
think I
in
could
tech?
find a job that I have no resume. No one would hire me and pay me $100 an hour even. Like
Right. That's I guess
Zero
that's kind of what I'm getting
people
at is
would
like if we
hire
all had to
me.
shift careers, we're talking about like getting back into like entry level positions.
Yeah, I don't even think I could get a job like in retail today. Probably.
Right,
They'd be
it's
like,
hard to-
why haven't you worked in like almost 10 years?
I think resume gaps are a little bit less of a concern as they used to be.
Yeah, me too.
People work from home.
I
People
think
do
like
their own thing.
I think like if like I had to, I'd like know enough people around town that I could like get a job,
That's
a half
true.
decent job somewhere on the strip doing.
I feel like I could be
Something.
an editor. Like that's
Yeah.
like basic skills that I think everybody wants and needs. I could do that, but it's not something that I would want to do forever. But like you
I
can
would be a stay-at-home wife.
there you go.
That's
Stay
a
at
job.
home.
Yeah. Well,
Stay-at-home
if
dog
poker
dad.
disappeared
Haven't you heard?
tomorrow,
It's a great job.
Oh man.
Not
the
even a
perks.
stay-at-home mom, just a stay-at-home wife.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
have kids, then it's like having a job, you know. So
well, I would be
yeah, that ruins the whole
No, I
stay-at-home
would be a
part.
mom too.
a stay-at-home
Coming
wife
soon.
that makes crafts and sells them at farmers markets.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
all these memes that are like, I just want to be a wife that has a business that loses 10K a month.
Listen, guys, don't worry. Jersey Joe said we can all come work for him.
There we
Okay,
go.
there we
He's got to go
go.
move to Jersey.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay.
I'll
We're
go
good.
work with
I'll move
Jersey
to
Joe.
Shout out
Jersey.
to Jersey Joe.
Can I do it
What,
remotely?
what kind of work are we going to be doing?
Doesn't
Maybe
matter.
I think he owns a car, something car
I could sell
dealership,
cars.
something along those lines.
Oh, I would start a construction company.
Oh yeah.
Tortoise.
Yeah,
We would start our we would finally, get on the road
Let's
and
do it.
and start doing pools and backyards.
No.
yeah.
No, no, no. You won't.
Get on
Lanes
the
and
road.
We'll do it.
You just
So-
won't.
Living out of an RV.
Berkey, would
Yep.
you say since these trash pandas got dumped on you
Mm-hmm.
that you know them pretty well or not very well?
I mean, I really try to keep my distance, Nikki.
Yeah. You're doing a bad job.
But
You live with them and work with them, but you're doing a really bad job.
yeah, but that's all very surface level type
Right.
of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Every night he's like, guys, come watch TV with me.
It's
could
like
you
a girlfriend.
could you imagine that
Guys,
world?
I want attention. Can I watch TV? Who's
I
gonna
just
come
wanna
and watch
cuddle.
TV with me on the couch?
Could you imagine that world actually existing? Yeah, I probably know a thing. I mean, like I know Lamana the best, obviously, and
Okay.
then I think I know Guapo's habits to the point where I could probably guess just about anything. Like if you guys were playing Survivor,
Yeah.
I imagine Guapo would be trying to start a fire, and as he's collecting all the wood and rubbing two sticks together, and someone presents him a match, he's like, no, wait, I got it. Like, I gotta tie up this bundle of wood, and we gotta make sure that just in case they lose our luggage, I can get this fire started.
Their luggage should be coming any day
One
now.
worrywart in the group, right?
Well, before the show, I asked all of you to write down a confession and put it in my Steelers hat. This is my Steelers hat.
Go Steelers.
Yeah, put it in my Steelers hat that I treasure
Go
so much.
Buccos.
And they're all anonymous. We don't know who wrote what. And I will read one or two of them, and we will try to figure out who done it.
I think I'm gonna go 5 for 5 on this.
Who do you think that you could guess everybody correctly?
Yeah.
After he just said he doesn't really
After
know if
he
he knows everybody.
Not only do I think I go 5 for 5, but I think I can pick out the fake one that Melissa put in there.
For sure. That's going to be the easiest one.
Okay, ready? This is the first one.
Okay.
I didn't know ladies had 3 holes down there until I was 19.
It's Brian.
That's Guapo. That's like just as
Guapo.
it's written like
Guapo.
Guapo
Yeah.
would write like
That's
that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Adam. Anybody? Oh, never mind.
We know that
It
you
can't be anyone
It
else.
can't be anyone
nobody
else.
writes like that
Who
besides
do we
Guapo.
think
The only thing that could
Right.
possibly be is like Melissa's fake one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
no,
either
that's
Melissa's
not
fake
my
one
fake
or
one.
No,
it's
it's
Guapo.
all-
It's
It's
too
definitely-
Guapo-esque to be the Melissa fake.
Yeah.
It's true.
I
So
will
you're
say,
going with me on
Because he
this one,
says
Berk?
ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we had 3 holes until health class in 7th grade. I thought it was just a crack. Like, I didn't know. Did you know?
In what grade?
7th
Yeah,
grade.
the urethra. You didn't know about the
Well,
urethra?
I know. I knew the pee
Guys,
hole.
I didn't know until this very moment.
Yeah,
I
but-
actually didn't know where the pee hole was
I
until
didn't-
like my 20s.
Yeah, I didn't know
I didn't
there
know
was
it was like inside.
a giant
know
hole
that?
there.
All right, Melissa, you're going with me on this one then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Tortoise?
Yeah.
He's saying this very cocky. Like it's definitely not.
Alright,
it.
I know.
you guys
Sounds
think
like it
I
might be
don't know the
Conrad all of a
anatomy?
sudden.
He's trying to get somebody to fucking crack.
Yeah, that's true.
Who didn't see a vagina until they were 19?
It was me.
It was me.
What's wrong with not
It
seeing a
was
vagina
literally
till
just
you're
the
19?
phrasing.
Well,
that
I just
threw me
was
off.
trying to,
He had
you know.
seen vagina before. He just didn't,
Didn't
examine
know
for
all
a
the
pee
mechanics
hole.
behind
Oh,
it.
You can see a
gotcha.
vagina, not realize that there's.
A startling number of men think that pee comes out of the vagina.
Well, it kind of
I
does
thought
though.
that's
It's
how
like
it worked.
it's
Oh,
actually
no,
like
no,
in there.
That's
well,
squirt.
it's
Okay, well,
It's
debatable.
I know
Same.
it's
like a little bit
late,
above.
but
No, that's not actually it.
That's not it.
No, I thought that was it.
Wait,
because
where
there
is
is like
it
a
then?
hole type thing there, but it's not
That's
it.
where it is.
No, it's like
It's
kind
is
of
great.
It's kind of in the vagina, like it's like in the entrance of the vagina. Because I learned this.
No
And I was
way.
like, wait, really? I thought the thing I was looking
Yeah.
at.
Can we get a?
No, we're not doing that.
an image? If you can pull
Jamie,
up,
pull that up.
yeah, if you could,
Where I feel it come out of the top.
oh,
I know
no.
it looks like it comes out of there, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's it.
I think this is very important
was
for us
today
to
years old.
determine because this should demonstrate to us where squirt comes from.
It comes from like
Squirt
it's like
is not
it's like
pee.
near the entrance.
I heard it's pee.
It's not pee. It's
I heard it's pee.
mixed
Definitely,
with
it's
pee.
not pee.
I think it's
mixed.
some pee.
I
It's
think it's
mixed.
pee.
It's
There's
mixed.
definitely some pee.
Yes, it's mixed.
It's hard for it not to be some pee.
But I don't know what it is though.
I mean, I don't know anyone
couldn't
with
tell
that kind
you.
of fluid just hanging out. You know, it's like
All
I
right.
wouldn't know. I don't.
Moving
I don't do
on.
that,
We're
but-
moving on to the
I
next
thought we were gonna get a
confession.
diagram.
Yeah, we need. Jamie,
Oh,
pull
yeah.
that up.
Okay, here we
See,
go.
look, it's like it's. I thought it was where the clitoris was.
Wait, but that's that. It is, but it's
But
underneath.
it- but it's
like
just
underneath,
underneath
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought it was there?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. Like not at the top.
I thought it was at the top.
Oh yeah.
I thought I had like a little penis. I had like a hole in it.
That's cute.
I just got the image of that.
I was like, oh, like that must be where it comes out.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, okay.
I can see that. I can see
It's
that.
like not really visible.
Right.
Help.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is very important for you,
The
Conrad. Someday
next
you're gonna have to
confession.
figure out where girls pee
It
from.
was Guapo that wrote that.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
Guilty
We,
as
Okay,
we know.
I once played in a home game with a convicted murderer. I flopped a set in that game and commented everyone should now refer to me as the devil.
Conrad.
No, that's tortoise.
It's Tortoise. Tortoise is
Maybe.
the devil.
Call me the devil.
Call me John
Is it you?
Ford.
Mm-hmm.
John Ford.
That is a good one. I guess Berkey put that in.
Well,
that is
let's
a
not
good
just quickly overlook the fact that
So-
there was a murderer in the game.
Yeah, there's a
he
mur-
wasn't a convicted murderer at the time.
Well, that's
He was a murderer, just not a convicted.
Right,
Well,
right.
we think we don't.
Yeah,
well, he's fucking in jail.
He's in jail,
For
but you know,
murder?
you just never know. Maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he's wrongfully convicted.
God, how adorable you are.
I know. I know people in the family, so that's why.
not really
Sure.
leaving room
But,
for guesses here.
Yeah, no, I went. It was like
thought it was Conrad.
literally the second time I've been to Vegas. I think it was with him and his stepson, and like stayed in the same like place.
Yep,
And,
could all ended that day.
yeah.
flopped
I
a
stole
set?
$1 chip from
No,
him.
I mean it was his wife that he murdered, so it was like.
Oh,
lovely.
that's fine.
It was like
crime
he
of
goes
passion.
around
That's
killing people.
fine.
That's
No.
normal.
Yeah,
Right.
crime of passion.
Right.
you
He
know.
was. Yeah. Exactly. It wasn't like a
He wasn't passionate enough about you.
No.
You
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
find yourself stuck in a rut.
It wasn't like a
What are you gonna do?
psychopathic killer or something like that.
No.
Wow.
All you heard was
We don't
nag,
know.
nag.
Just
Why'd you tell him to call you the
Nag,
devil?
nag, 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 nag.
I didn't. That's people try to say that I self-proclaimed my nickname was the devil, and other people. Listen, did I give myself the tortoise nickname? No. Did I give myself the devil nickname? No.
They
I don't give
happened to
myself
you.
nicknames.
You didn't say call me the devil.
No.
Did he not give himself the tortoise nickname?
Maybe I did.
I don't know the origin
No, I
here,
definitely
but
did not. I definitely did not.
I'm the tortoise.
I feel like he's called himself the tortoise enough. Where
Here's exactly how the tortoise nickname originated. It was the year, must have been the year after the pandemic, and I played the main event, and as like a bonus, Berkey, you like put me in it, and then I kept saying, like, you know, I always make it through day one. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. And Berkey sent that GIF of, like, you know, the tortoise walking real slow. It's like, here I come. You know that GIF, right? And that was the the origin. The origin of the tortoise
Should have
story.
just told people you were drunk for this episode.
But
He's hyped for
but
Taylor.
I'm drunk on.
Okay, but
Red
nobody actually called you the tortoise. It was just, a gift.
but
And then
that's
you
kinda
said,
how it-
call me the tortoise.
Yeah, I think you did say that.
I'm pretty
heard
sure
it
you
too.
said call me the devil to a murderer.
Bull. Yeah,
Okay.
You're
Right.
just a tortoise wearing
I said
horns.
I'll see you in a few years.
Okay, guys, the point of the game is not to confess right away. So let's let some people guess here.
Well, we all do that one. It's been said
They
on the
know.
Yeah,
podcast.
we do know.
That was-
But did the people know?
I think we told
did.
that
Yeah.
story before.
Yeah.
All right, fine. The next confession.
It's been 500 episodes. There aren't a lot of stories left.
Stupid fucks.
Yeah.
I've never watched Star Trek. Who in this room do you
That's the
think
fake one.
has never watched Star Trek?
Wait, that can't be the fake one. That would
Why
be the
that
dumbest
yeah,
fake
that'd
one
be like
ever.
the lamest fake one.
Who in here has watched Star Trek?
Yeah,
I haven't
none of us
watched
have
it,
watched
but that
Star
wasn't
Trek.
mine.
It's Conrad because he's lazy and just wrote his before the
I
fucking
actually
show.
think it's Melissa.
We all wrote ours before
I've
the
never.
show.
Yeah, but,
I
like,
have
he
never
just thought of
watched
it.
Star
Nah,
Trek.
Berkey's good. Berkey's on. Yeah, I think it's. I, think
just know they do this.
I think it's Conrad.
It's
Too.
definitely Conrad. It's the dumbest one
Live
you
long
could
and
possibly come up
prosper.
with.
Everything else was immediate. You would all immediately knows me. At
We
least,
immediately knew it was you
No,
anyway.
you did not. At least Guapo said it. I think it's Melissa. I got Guapo's ass, and that's all that counts.
I mean,
because
to be fair, I've never
everything
watched
else,
it.
you guys would have immediately said, "Oh, it's
To
Conrad."
be fair, I thought the serial killer one was you.
Me too.
Like,
Also, to be fair, if you're going to trick someone in the room, it's always going to be nice, kind-hearted Guapo. He's just going to be like, oh, everybody's picking Conrad? Okay, I think it's Melissa.
It's a nice way of saying I'm gullible. Thank you.
You're compassionate.
Yes,
You are
exactly.
the sign guy.
Hashtag
yeah,
Robbie.
making signs about Robbie. Free Robbie. All right,
RJL.
I guess that was Conrad then. Okay. The first time I ever hooked up with a girl was in a threesome.
Definitely Melissa.
Actually,
Wait, was it a homeless girl?
no. She
Yeah, it could be like, literally anyone.
I think that was Guapo.
So wait, hold on a second. This is the first sexual experience was what was
the
a threesome?
first time I hooked up with a girl
Uh-oh.
Oh, so there's a guy.
was in a threesome.
This actually wasn't me.
So I guess it's
It could be you.
Methinks she
It's
doth
not.
protest too much.
I think
It's
I know.
Not, but that is true. But it's not me.
so it's got to be Burke.
I think it's Berkey.
Doesn't have to be. We all put in two.
No, I'm going to go with Berkey.
Yeah, I'll go with Burke as well.
I think it's Melissa.
Will go with Berkey as well.
The last two have been true for me, but not mine. So,
What do
you
you
haven't
think,
seen Star
Conrad?
Trek? First time hooking up with a girl was in a threesome.
yeah.
Actually,
I didn't even hook up with her, so that
I would
doesn't
say
even
it's
count.
Nikki if she put one in.
I
Are
did
yours
put
in
one
there?
in.
Okay,
I
I'm
did
gonna
put
go
one
with
in.
Nikki.
Oh, I didn't know, but I'm still going with Berk.
Conrad.
All right. Well, we got a split room. So
Wow. Yeah, this one is splitting.
Reveal
up everyone.
yourself.
Wait, who
Wait,
do the
wait,
people think?
No,
Does
but
anyone
Burke.
guess?
Tom Mack says Burke.
Corbin Blue.
I think it's Berkey as well.
One
Yeah.
person said Corbin Blue. I don't know who that is.
That's Conrad.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
He could
Corbin Blue?
play you.
That's his
Could
alt.
play you.
Let me go look.
Corbin Blue was in
He
Holes.
was in the Disney
right?
movies. Yeah.
Holes?
I
Yeah.
don't remember what movie, but I remember
With
him being
Shia
like a
LaBeouf.
Disney star.
Wait, was that the one where he had the in front of the green screen?
What?
What is that?
You never saw the Shia LaBeouf?
Just
meme?
Oh no, that was
Just
this
do
was when
it.
he was still a kid, I think.
Yeah, this
Oh,
was like
okay.
old days.
Was Efro said
Corbin
Nikki.
Blue in?
Okay, so the audience is split too.
I'm
Yeah,
split.
all three votes.
Yeah, I don't know.
All three votes are split.
All right.
I think it was Conrad, and he was like 12.
I
In a
completely-
threesome?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is
12.
wild.
Go ahead, Cameron. Tell them the truth.
It was Berkey, I assume, because he just tried to throw it up to me, so it had to be Burke.
I think it was.
I don't
Berkey was
think
like
so.
a lover boy.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
the-
have that kind of riz.
Oh, yeah, that's what I honestly was going with. That's why I said I think it's Nikki.
That must be Nikki.
So then it's you, Nikolai.
It was not me.
oh,
Wow.
Wait,
What the hell?
then
Who
who the hell-
was it?
who the
Did
hell is
someone
it
else
It's
write
the
it?
fake
it's
one.
the fake one.
No, it's not.
No, there's no way it was the fake one. because
wasn't.
she
It's
would've-
Guapo.
No, it's not
Oh,
me.
wait, wait,
I
wait,
will tell you.
Someone cop to it.
It's not me.
All right,
Berkey.
Berkey. I told you guys it's Berkey.
It is Burke.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
of course
my
it was
God.
Berkey.
All right.
I know that because I know
I
the
didn't know you were
story.
chill like that.
Was
When
there
we-
a dude in the
Can we
threesome?
get a little backstory?
No, it was two girls.
It was my sophomore year of college. This girl that lived next door to me every Friday would get drunk and crawl into my bed after I'd fallen asleep and ask me when we were going to hook up.
Oh, I
and
know this
And I
story.
just said, we're
Me
not.
too.
But maybe someday if your roommate's involved. And one day I came
Wow.
home on Halloween dressed up as a kissing booth. And as I was walking into my door, she just grabs me and takes me into her apartment where her and her roommate are already like going to town. And I was like, okay, I guess. So they passed me back and forth like a lollipop, and then my roommate came in and ended the whole thing before I had to do anything.
Story.
Analogy.
So you got a late start then,
Like a
Bert.
lollipop.
Yeah, I was like 19.
Lollipop?
Okay.
People don't normally pass lollipops back and forth.
They do in a throusome.
I don't. I've never done it. Never done one of
The
those.
best part of the story was actually the aftermath. My
Your roommate got arrested, not you.
my roommate. So like I didn't really do anything with them. We were just like all naked, whatever. And
Whatever. Brush over that part.
and he like comes in. He comes in after the fact, while like they're trying to get things going again, and I'm just done. I had a friend waiting for me in my apartment. He was coming over to like, be like, hey man, it's been long enough. And he comes in and he's like, I got this. So I just leave, but he had a girlfriend.
Oh no.
So he he takes over the post. I leave, go back with my friend, hang out. And then the next day at practice, I ask him, I'm like, Ricky, like what the hell happened? You didn't come home last night. He goes, he's the funniest kid in the world because he had this not so subtle lisp where like, his S's and stuff, he would really, I can't really imitate it, but just know that this all came with a lisp. He's like, I get in there and they're just fucking going to town. So I just whip it out and start jerking off.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
How old were you?
19.
God, a bunch of virgin ass 19-year-olds.
That's the
This
most.
is like this
that's
when they
the
had
most
porn in the
mid-
magazines.
That's the most Midwest hit shit I've ever heard.
He's like,
The girls
"It's
were
not-"
sisters,
He's like,
the guys
it's
were
not
cousins.
cheating. You're just jerking off.
Oh
That,
my
yes, it is.
God.
That is so inappropriate.
That is wild.
It was so funny.
I can't believe you're gonna argue you're not from the Midwest.
What are you talking about?
Stories like this.
First of all, he's not from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Second
he
of
was
all,
from
I didn't go to
Ohio.
college in Pittsburgh. Third of all, we lived on a lake. It wasn't the Midwest.
Okay,
The
moving
north.
on
Northeast.
to the next
We're
confession.
totally
Yeah,
traumatized.
yeah.
All right, I once shit in my hand
That wasn't me.
Well,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. No.
No,
That's
it's a
not
fake
me.
one.
and
No,
gave
it's
it
not.
to another human.
That's guapo.
No, it's not me.
It's Melissa.
No, it's-
Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki. She shit
I
her
never
hand.
shit in my hand.
Obviously, listen, by process of elimination, it has to be Nikki. She's the only one left.
So you took a shit in your hand and you handed it to someone?
It wasn't me.
You think it's me?
Well, I mean, who else is it going to be?
I don't
Obviously,
know. I asked
anything-
everyone to put in two.
Anything to deal with poop is going to be one of the girls. Always.
Yeah.
This is
'Cause
why
you guys
you'll both be
wouldn't-
voted
Right.
off of Survivor
It's
quickly.
because you wouldn't
No,
admit to
because
it.
No,
you,
because
you
we have
need me.
Kuth.
Listen, you need me as survivor because I'm a surgeon.
It's a short time
You
out
need
there. Nobody's
everybody
gonna
needs a
fucking
doctor.
need
Listen, I'm a
surgeon.
video editor,
Yeah.
and you definitely.
I'm trained in
Island.
surgery. No, that wasn't me.
Yeah,
It sounds
it's-
like me.
So,
It's definitely Nikki.
it was me, but I was 3
Okay.
years
Okay.
old,
All right.
and I didn't realize I wasn't done yet, and so I already got up and I was, pulling my pants up, and I was at my babysitter's house, and I just,
Here we go.
I just
get back on
grabbed
the
it, and then I
toilet.
didn't know what to do with it, so I
You
gave it
just
to
gave it to
her,
her?
and
Did she take
she
it?
she took it. She didn't know what it was at first, and
What?
the only reason I
don't know what it
know this is because they told me the story, and I have vague memories of it, but yeah. So, but it was funny because you don't know what age the person
Yeah.
is in the story that
There-
confessed. But
There was a
As an
recent
adult,
clip.
Everyone
Yeah.
thought it was me.
Was that clip shared in our OnlyFriends chat? The one where they're doing a podcast interview and the guy was talking about how he's been shitting in his hand his entire life.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody found out
He
like
was-
at that moment
Well, no, he was catching it.
He was catching it and then
with
putting it in the
paper.
toilet.
Yeah.
No, but he said he was putting toilet paper on his hand.
On his hand and then shitting in his hand,
Yeah.
catching it, and then releasing it into
And
the
he
toilet.
was talking about it like it was
He was
totally normal.
flabbergasted that no one else did
He
it.
thought that's what you were.
He was
Yeah, he thought that's what
flabbergasted.
you're supposed to do.
Wait, he was talking to one woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was okay. So it was.
And she was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean it doesn't hold it in your hand?" He was like, when you put it in your hand and you shit in it. And she was like, no one does that.
She goes, what happens if you have the runs? He goes, That's why you wash your hands afterwards.
Oh my god.
This is like watching that was like watching the reaction whenever I remember we were on the bus. I don't remember what the fuck game we were playing, but we were playing a game similar to this where like you divulge certain things. I remember one of the ones was like which way is the proper way to put a toilet paper roll on with the paper in the back or the front, and that was like very split. But the guys who found out that most people don't stand up to wipe their ass were just like in shock and awe. Like their entire world just came crumbling down. They're like, you're telling me that you don't stand up?
Stand up?
Like all the way up?
All the way up.
No,
What?
I definitely.
You have to like squat a
There was
little.
like 3 guys on the baseball team, so like 3 out of 30, 10%. Just absolutely stood up to wipe their ass, and they
Why?
could not for the life of them
so weird.
understand how to do it any other way.
Those are probably the same guys that drop their pants all the way down at the urinal.
For sure. Yeah,
But that's so
absolutely.
sad for the guy because imagine being raised that that's normal and then like you're on a
guy
public
that holds it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on a public space one day and you're like, yeah, and then you know when you catch it and everyone's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck,
He's like,
no.
that's not what you're supposed to do.
You
He's like, what do
can't-
you mean?
It's
feel
like
bad for
gaslighting.
him.
I feel bad because the parents trained
Right,
him that
yeah.
way.
Somewhere in his 30 some odd years on this world,
He was like an
No one
adult.
talks about
he
it.
never questioned having poop in his hand.
Well, that's something you just did your
No,
entire
No,
life.
come on, man.
Yeah,
come
I mean-
on. Like you're shitting in your hand. At some point, you have to run through a rationale of why am I putting toilet paper in my hand to poop in?
Yeah, then
Right?
dropping
like,
it in.
Like there's got to be. There's a little bit of a logic leap here.
Obviously, he didn't.
Well, clearly.
Obviously, he was just
Yeah,
gaslighting and
I've
having
never
fun.
shitted in a tissue before.
You shit,
Oh,
you
man.
touch shit every single day if you shit. Like you don't wipe yourself. It got shit in the tissue when you wipe yourself.
You don't know how to
Shit
get
is in
the. Why are you touching the shit? The tissue is for the shit.
That's what I'm saying. You grab shit all the time.
No,
with the
you're
tissue.
not saying that. You don't. Yeah, you right.
Wipe and you grab the shit.
You don't grab. Why are you grabbing
Hold
shit?
on, hold on.
You stuck in your ass while
Hold
you're
on, hold
taking.
on. So you telling me that y'all just let the doodle fall in the toilet? Y'all don't catch it every time? Yo.
Bro.
How do y'all take a shit?
How do y'all take a shit?
I must have seen this shit wrong. I've been catching my shit all these years.
Nah, I'm more disgusted than like I feel like I can't continue.
That's unbelievable.
And the audio listeners are going to be blown away by this one.
That's so
It's gonna be a real nightmare, I gotta tell you.
so funny.
Yeah, that
I think if you've been trained to do something since you were a little kid, it's hard to like unlearn that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're just like that's normal and rational.
I mean, I guess this is why cults exist.
Well, it's
You
like
know,
paying. It's
indoctrinate
like
people into
it's like
certain
paying
things.
taxes. Like why does that's not logical?
Well, yeah, you go to jail if you don't. That's,
yeah, exactly.
There's a repercussion.
Maybe
And
he
his parents
thinks
told him he would go to
societally-
jail if he didn't
Yeah.
catch his poop.
Like society would judge you if
What
you
happens
don't
when he
shit
fumbles a
that way.
turd? Like, what goes through his head? Like, oh no, I
fell.
fucked up the process. Does he
Yeah.
reach in and grab it?
No. I think
Andre-
he just corrects it for the next one.
Andre
does that
came
on
in right on
airplanes,
time.
too?
What did he say?
He said, "Welcome to the 500th episode." That's about the time Andre comes.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys just let the doo-doo fall?
I don't know. There's 3 more confessions in here.
Oh man.
I won a limbo contest.
Oh, that's like some dumb one Nikki put in.
Wow.
Wait,
Because it's right up there with I've never
You
watched
think
Star Trek.
my limbo contest was
You mean it's a fake one?
No, I mean she
Not
put it in
fake.
there, but it's just like it's not a real confession.
I don't know if you guys.
That's
do
a
you
cop
mean?
out. That's a cop out answer, is what it is.
Listen, I'm not sure if you guys were in the manor on fucking the WPT voyage, but my man Brian, he shipped the limbo contest. Mm-hmm. So it might just be
Did I
him.
win it?
Huh?
I won it? You guys saw what condition I was in that night. So, like, if I won it, I have no recollection.
I can see what condition you're in right now. Cross your fucking legs.
I
He's got he's got big hamstrings.
You gotta represent.
Showing his hamstrings.
Wedgie.
Landon's not
Showing
here.
off
I
his
gotta, like,
hamstrings.
you know.
I feel like Melissa, where like I haven't seen Star Trek, but
doesn't help.
that wasn't mine, and I have won the limbo contest.
It was me. I
Ah.
did
You
win.
won a limbo contest?
That
New
was your
Orleans.
confession.
Flex.
It's one of mine.
What? That's
Show-
not a
show it off.
confession.
I don't think I could do it anymore. I was like 20.
Yeah, you were just really limber.
Yeah, I was limber.
Wait,
And
so
drunk.
what limbo contest happened when you were 20?
We went to New Orleans.
Okay.
And there
Say
was
no
like a
more.
bar.
And that was the most interesting thing that happened.
No, definitely not. I went home with some
Well, she
like,
won.
small British man, and then like he was staying in a hostel, and his friend was like throwing up in the bed underneath us, so we like couldn't even like.
So
do
what you should have
anything.
wrote
And
was, I almost got kidnapped.
Right.
it was a hostel,
Yeah.
and he was weird.
We've all
he
seen the
was
movie.
super weird, and my friends were like,
That's scary.
yeah, no, he wasn't like creepy. He was just like a little weirdo. He's
Going
like,
to a hostel.
oh, like he had like a high pitched voice kind of, and he was like, oh,
If you ever want to
you're
kidnap
so-
someone, just
you're
put on
so
a British
hot.
accent.
Yeah,
People will trust you. Dumb
I was
American
just
girls will
blacked
trust
out. I
you.
was blacked out. I don't know. I woke up and his friend was puking below us.
Oh God.
But
Did
yeah,
you
I
get a
won the
trophy?
limbo before then.
Did you get a prize?
No, I got a lot of beads though.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to show boobs.
Nope,
Did you show them anyway?
probably.
We got to the bottom of it.
Yeah. There was a little teeth pulling there, but we finally got to the
Yeah,
to the
but
real
I
truth
thought
of it
that
all.
would be too obvious. It was like I hooked up with a guy and his friend was puking beneath us. It'd be like, oh, Berkey.
Actually.
I think these other ones are fake. So
Okay.
I think we faded all of that.
Oh, there we go.
So good job, guys.
Wait, my actual one didn't go, but I'll tell
Oh,
you.
really?
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, I thought those were the fake
when
ones.
I was 3, I jumped on a bird and killed it.
What?
Why?
On purpose?
I was excited.
Wait, did you mean to jump on it, or
No.
you just were like
My-
a bird?
No, they were
believe
taking
you.
it out of the cage, and I was so excited that I like jumped and like just killed the bird.
Wait,
Oh my
I feel like if
God.
you jump on a bird today and kill, you wouldn't kill it.
What?
Like you're not.
It was little. It was like this big.
Oh.
Little chickadee.
you? Oh, how did were you so sad?
I guess. Yeah, I don't remember.
You
My
don't-
brother tells everybody.
That's so traumatizing.
Yeah, I don't remember. I blocked it out.
Oh
That's
God.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They were just taking it out of the cage and it went on the floor and you immediately jumped on it.
I was like, wee, like jumping around, and then I just like jumped on it.
Oh no, poor bird.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that homie.
This is why we can't have anything nice.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't.
Pretty bird.
I think we
Pretty
got
bird.
another one after that.
I'm pretty sure Berkey ran over a rabbit.
I did run over. I've killed many animals with my
Yeah.
car. I'm from fucking Pennsylvania,
Listen,
man.
yeah.
You hit
Where
shit.
we lived,
Nah.
you would always
There's
run over
rabbits.
shit.
You know
There's,
how many
al-
possums I've hit in my
there's
life?
always rabbits that just like unfortunately get hit by cars in front of our house.
There's a lot of rabbits.
And
in
I'm
Vegas.
always like,
well,
I'm
they fuck
pretty
like
sure,
rabbits.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure Berkey's hit one of these rabbits.
I've definitely hit one for sure. I
There's
felt
a
bad
lot of
about it.
rabbits.
What are you gonna do? Life goes on. Circle
Yeah.
of life. Should we get to in the muck?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we have another user submission. This person is playing. I don't think they said where they're at, but they're playing a good old 1-2 with a $5 straddle, and I think they're relatively deep. They're about $1,000 deep here, and so our hero Triple M is the straddler. It's not on the screen, but just pretend there's $5 there. And under the gun folds, next in line, villain makes it 35. Pretty big open. Comes around to our hero, decides to just call. And we get a flop of Jack of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds. So we have a double gutter and overs. We decide to check. Our hero, or villain, now bets pot for 75.
Over pot, right?
Well, there's an extra $5 in there,
that's
but
right.
yeah, roughly pot. We decided to call. We turned the king of hearts for the nuts, and now we check, and the villain checks back, and the river is the 7 of diamonds, and we go for an overbet of 275. The villain jams, and we call just to be shown the ace 9 of diamonds for the nuts.
Ooh.
So this hand's, I mean, there's a few different things here that I think,
Well, let's hear it,
Puts them in
Professor
the-
Brian.
well, you know, I mean, you could 3-bet pre-flop. It is a pretty big open from early, so maybe you don't 3-bet. I don't know.
I think calling's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The check call on the flop. I guess with a big bet like that, maybe you can't check raise as much.
Yeah, I think you need a diamond to check raise.
Yeah, and then the turn. It's I just feel like it could go check a lot. Maybe not. Maybe you do just go for a check raise on the turn. That's what he wanted to do. So he said he wanted to check. He didn't want to check raise the flop.
Oh, he wanted to check jam the turn nuts?
He wanted to check raise the turn. But he didn't, and then I think he was trying to make up for the lost value that he didn't get on the turn with the overbet on the river. He didn't think that he would play diamonds this way, and so
Diamonds should check that turn a lot.
Yeah,
Well, when
he
they play
thought that
diamonds
the
as well.
diamond. He thought this person. He also said that this person was playing like V-pipping 50% and playing pretty splashy and pretty loose. So maybe that would warrant a 3-bet pre-flop. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that could justify a 3-bet, but like there aren't that many diamond combinations.
From that position, it doesn't even like 3-bet that much.
No, it mostly plays call, but if you're against somebody who's playing half the deck,
right,
you can just go for value.
Exactly.
But there aren't that many diamond combinations. Like you're mostly going to be against Jack 9 of diamonds, Queen Jack of diamonds, King Jack of diamonds, King Queen of diamonds, Ace Queen of diamonds to free roll you, Queen 9 of diamonds. There aren't really going to be a lot of small diamonds. 7, 6, 6, 5 are like the only two, I guess 5, 4, the only 2 or 3. And I would say that those are the only ones that probably follow through on turn. So you'll, without looking at it, I imagine the diamonds that bet the turn are like the high lows. So hands that block ace queen, like ace deuce, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5. And then like the hands that have zero ability to show down or improve that can potentially triple off. So like 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4. So maybe there's like, I don't know, 12 combos of diamond draws all toll, and half of them bet the turn, half of them don't. So I don't think we can ever rule out him playing diamonds this way, especially because like King 9 of diamonds, Jack 9 of diamonds, Queen Jack of diamonds, all the pair plus diamonds have no incentive at all to bet. It's kind of the opposite when you're in position. Your combo draws are just pretty happy to check back in situations where you could just run into the nuts and lose. Whereas like your zero showdown value draws that are lower equity are pretty happy to bet, because like if 5, 6 of diamonds bets and ace queen jams, like okay, whatever, we fold, we have 6 high, no big deal. But if like a hand like I mean, I guess Queen 9 of diamonds would obviously bet because it's a straight. But if a hand like Jack 9 of diamonds or Queen Jack of diamonds bets and gets jammed on, like that's a fucking nightmare.
Even
you don't
like his actual
really want to be in there. Yeah, ace 9 of diamonds. Yeah,
just
that's
like too much hand. Like,
yeah, way too much. It's a combo draw that like you can't be blown off of. Like again, if you bet ace deuce of diamonds and get jammed on, like okay, you're pretty dead. Like your queen's probably not even live. You're probably drawing to a chop a lot. So like it's a fine hand to bet fold. But if you if you bet a hand like ace 9 and get jammed on, like you kind of have too much equity to fold.
Yeah,
and that's a pretty shitty spot to be in. So yeah, you just have like way better variety. So I wouldn't rule out diamonds here by any stretch of the imagination, which is a good reason why we can't really overbet the river. Now it does put a one-liner to the 9 out, which makes it a little bit more enticing to potentially put in a bigger bet on the end. But we have to ask ourselves how much 9x really exists in this line that doesn't include 2 diamonds. And I think it's really
like
only
King 9.
Yeah, but it has to be like exactly King 9 of clubs. Probably doesn't blast. I mean, maybe he blasts off with all King 9. I don't know. But I think maybe he has like one combo of King 9, maybe 1 or 2 combos of Ace 9 that aren't diamonds, and then like, you know, some Jack 9 suited, 10 9 suited, 9 8 suited. So it's there, but it's a matter of like how greedy can we get versus that particular subset of range. Without looking at the sim, I imagine that we're probably going to be capped at like pot on the end. And
Be like,
I could see that. Well, remember, we do have flushes. So I think we want to go bigger when we have a flush because of the one-liner. Like a 9 can't raise.
yeah, that's true.
So we do want to be able to get thick value, and Ace Queen certainly fits in that mold. Ace Queen with a diamond obviously would be a lot better of a combo to have. But again, even like when really going for it, I can't imagine we get to go above pot. In which case, I imagine now we'll split between like block and pot. So when we overbet, a hand this low down in our equity distribution. It's very high up in our overall equity, but it's the worst hand we could overbet.
Right.
So it's actually bottom of range here when we overbet and get jammed on, which I think just forces us to fold. It'd be a little bit different if we had like the queen of diamonds. I think you would want to like unblock the ace of diamond and, maybe block ace queen of diamonds or queen nine of diamonds, something like that. But I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of spitballing, but the whole hand, the sizings are fucked.
If we unblock the ace of diamonds, wouldn't that open up jams for them? So that means we're calling off?
Well, that's if you're going to call. I'm saying you would prefer to have a diamond.
Yeah.
Or you have to have a diamond, basically. And even then, I imagine when we look at it, like ace queen probably just doesn't go this big, and when it does, it probably just has to fold to a jam. Because like his jams just have to be bluffs and flushes. It can't ever really be straights anniore.
Yeah.
So you don't dominate any value. You're just bluff catching.
Can you share your screen, please?
Oh yeah, my bad. Thought I was doing that. The flop size by imposition though is wild.
Yeah.
Like that's massive and definitely not a thing on these textures. That's where I would agree with Melissa, where I think we're probably limited to like 2/3 pottish. I don't even think we would play.
I think this game was probably a little off the rails kind of game. I mean, he did 7x it to start pre-flop.
That's true too.
Right? So he's
7x from somebody who plays way too many hands would make me want to just like play for it pre, but that's kind of neither here nor there. You can see that in theory, ace queen basically pure calls.
I mean, if I'm not playing for it pre, then I'm playing for it on the flop.
You can't without a diamond. You just get fucked. Turn's just like too brutal to you. Like deuce of diamonds rolls off, and now you have one SPR. What are you gonna do?
I mean,
he's gonna call.
Close your eyes and jam. I think we've gotten to the bottom of what's going on in Conrad's life.
Ace queen's pretty good hand at this point. I have ace high.
Not very good. So yeah, obviously like gonna play pure check out of position. So we see it is a range bet here, and he's actually capped at 40%. Even giving him two sizes, it's just never chosen, which makes a lot of sense. The dynamic board, straights are available. You're not really ever going to need to go big. We might see the 2/3 come in if it was rainbow, but on the two-tone board where so much of big blind or straddles defense range is just going to be suited cards that have to check fold, in position doesn't need to go nearly as big.
I'm really surprised that it's not a 3-bet pre-flop, like at all. Considering he's opening
it's a really tight formation.
All of his Broadways.
Yeah, like low jack. It's a low jack, right?
Yeah.
Low jack big blind it's like.
I mean, look how linear this range
mostly
is.
A call.
You know. Good, Brian.
I was just gonna say because you're in the big blind too, or the straddle,
yeah.
the straddle. So you're closing the action.
Right.
So like you need to be pretty polar, right? When you're
when
you're reopening the action.
You want to be able to get value too,
Yeah,
like,
when you raise,
specifically with those types of cusp hands like ace queen.
Yeah, when you raise ace jack folds a lot. Like
It should.
Ace jack off,
Yeah,
right.
it should.
Ace 10 off. They
And
all
you can see
fold.
like
Yeah,
you
you
can see
want
like
those
ace
hands
queen
in there.
suited 3-bets at a really high frequency, like 75% of the
The
time.
suited one.
Even ace jack suited, ace 10 suited.
He said
3-bet
he
if
did
I'm
mention. He said if it was suited, he would have 3-bet.
Yeah, that's good. I think like the description he gave of the person maybe allows him to 3-bet more frequently. Like it does get in there a little bit, maybe like 4 or 5% of the time at 3-bets. You can maybe drag that out a little bit if you're against somebody who's a maniac.
Is it really that awful when he folds ace jack and ace 10 because we're out of position?
Yeah.
Well,
Those
yeah.
are worse hands that you're.
You should fold king queen too.
Only better hands call.
I mean, we could take a look real quick and see like what the response
Even
is.
like suited aces, like will fold like a lot of them.
I said go. Now go. Yeah. I mean, I would estimate the response is like pretty polar. Once you get it. Whoops, sorry. I wanted to.
Oh, you are able to put in straddle.
Yeah, this is a straddle range.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if we go hijack versus big blind, 3-bet pot now, and look and see what hijack's response is. Yeah, so you can see it's really tight. He folds all ace jack. He folds most ace queen. King queen off is out. So really, like, you get value from the suited Broadway hands that you dominate, but he's also flatting like ace king and ace king suited at a really high frequency. He's flatting kings a lot. Like all of these hands just have you in really bad shape. Queens get flatted a lot. So this range just like you're really concentrating him to having high equity hands. And if we just give the straddle range like ace queen at a high frequency. So it's here in a sliver. Let's give it like 75% weight instead. I would imagine that if we generate like a 2-2-2 board, which should be advantageous to the 3-better, you're just going to see more advantage shift towards in position. Like this is probably going to be like a 50-50 flop instead of it being a pretty big advantage to out of position. So it's not even quite a pure range check, or sorry, range bet, which you would mostly expect on this type of texture. And yeah, you can see the equities actually run really, really close. Where I think if we take ace queen out, which we can run that experiment really quickly since we're fucking around and finding out. We just take it out altogether. So it was 52-48 before. I would imagine we're going to get a couple points of equity back. And no, it didn't change it that much, I guess. So it's now 52.1, 47. So it's not that sensitive, I guess, to ace queen.
But if you're 3-betting ace queen, then there's maybe some other hands that you're 3-betting that, you know, you put all those in. Then,
yeah,
then
I mean, well, look, it did change the strategy a lot.
Yeah.
It reduced our checking frequency by almost 10%, or more actually. It was 26% before. So it gets a lot closer to a range bet. You can see that it's just the Fantastic Four that prevents that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like once you start to get a pip or two too wide, and also we do have a little bit of ace 10 in there. If we took that out as well, like it would keep creeping up, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, pre-flop unfortunately matters. I wish it didn't.
It does.
But
You just have to accept it, Berk.
Right, it just
Cash
does.
pre-flop is like, you know, it's the tournament ones that are hard.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's way harder.
That is kind of true.
More dynamic.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restrict this to only being a single size of pot, which is going to be a very interesting output.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want to do that. So it might just start checking back here like 70% of the time, maybe even more.
Landon would be so pissed.
Why?
Just because the machine's broken.
Yeah, so pretty close. So 60% of the time, it's now going to check back. It basically like doubles the check frequency. But, you know, it can manage this strategy. It's just lower EV. And you can see that like a hand like ace 9 of diamonds is in there, pure. So we're not like that far off from baseline of what actually happened in practice. Ace queen, it's going to be pure call unless we have a diamond. Ace of diamonds, queen of clubs is our most frequent check raise as we block front door, back door. And yeah, there's no variety of ace queen that check raises without a diamond. So like, you know, kind of as we stated, it's just really critical to have. Ace queen of diamonds is the only check raise from the suited variety. So obviously we're just going to be continuing through a call. King of hearts on the turn. I don't think we'll have any leads on this. I could be wrong. I guess I could see a world where we get to lead some, but no. No, the gut was correct.
Yeah, so that was one of his specific questions he asked.
That's just because he lost the hand.
Yeah, he wanted to know if he could have prevented it.
I don't see why he would want to lead this
He did
turn,
say, is
though.
there other hands that I would lead here?
Oh, right. But yeah.
I can't think of any that, like, why, you know?
Right, because the king hits his...
So much better for him.
The king just hits in position's range.
Right,
Has king, queen,
it's
has ace,
not
king.
your card, so...
Yeah, like, in position should have ace, queen in full. It should have ace, king at some degree, king, queen, queen 9.
Yeah.
There's just like so many hands, king, jack, king 10. So many hands that like have you in peril.
Like if this is 6-4 deuce and then turn is 7 or turn 8, then that's a different story.
A little bit
like
different.
That's
yeah, the
probably
lower
lead the flop, but
the lower and more connected the flop and the turn are, the more frequent our leading will be, obviously. So you can see in position kind of got this right. They do a lot of checking back. Ace 9 of diamonds, pure bet though. Kind of surprising to me. Well, I guess it's because the king is so advantageous.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason why. If, I would imagine if we make this a deuce. Well, the thing is, if we make it a deuce, then we do have like a pretty pure combo for a combo draw. Yeah, or yeah, I was gonna say 7, but that would be it. Yeah, if you make it like a 6 or a 9, maybe even like an ace, you might see a lot of checking back. Actually, I'm pretty confident with an ace we would see a lot of checking back. But anyway, so ace 9 of diamonds actually should be betting here. Let's see. Knowing that ace 9 of diamond bets, I might actually have it backwards in the way that it chooses to bet versus check the diamond variety. There's a way to separate by suit. I never get all this stuff figured out. But let's see. Flush draws. So we can.
There is a place where you can select the suit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there is. I thought you could separate it by.
It's in the right.
I'm not real sure. This is something that I always figure out when I'm doing like on second
That
thought.
bottom right box somewhere.
This one?
Oh no, like in the little tabs on it. See,
No.
where it says like summary and
Summary.
no below.
Down. Right now.
Oh, yeah. There we
Yeah.
go. You're right. Filters.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
So there, you can filter by double diamond. So, yeah, it looks like, well, I was partially right, partially wrong, I guess. So it is betting the combo draw of ace nine. Obviously, it's betting straights. That goes without saying. And of course, it's checking back the pair plus. So it's checking back the ace jack. It's checking back the king nine, king seven, king six. Two pair, obviously, it's betting. Kind of surprised to see king queen of diamonds bet, ace nine of diamonds to bet. But we were right with the low ones, so it picks the worst ones first. Obviously, ace deuce bets, ace four mixes, and then like once you start to get to the ace five, ace six, it starts pure checking, while ace seven pure bets. So it really does want the ability to improve outside of a diamond.
Yeah. Because those can like handle the check raise.
Right. So the I think what it is that the principle is still the same. The greater showdown value you have, the less likely you are to bet, but the combo draws are preferred over the no showdown value, no combo draw variety. Specifically with the nut flush draws, and
Like you want to realize your nut flush draws. So.
yeah, well, it also comes down to this fact of we have a lot of other flush draws that are made hand. So we have top twos, and we have three varieties of straights, 9-7, queen 9, and ace queen, that are all flush draws plus straights. So those all are like mandatory bets. And it's kind of like what I was saying before. There aren't that many combinations of diamonds.
Yeah.
So, you know, the computer here is going to be a little bit wider with the king high diamonds. Like it's going to have all of king 9, king 7, king 6 in this flop bet size, but it doesn't have any of the fantastic fours. So like if given the ability to only bet pot or check, it doesn't go off with 6 high, 5 high, 7 high type of hands on the flop, which means that they're devoid now on the turn. So, you know, the OP was kind of a little bit right. The diamonds don't play this way that often. Again, it is still like a 50-50 mix of the ones that check back, but it's all the pair plus ones. So though he's like partially right, it doesn't matter. It would matter more if he had like the jack of diamonds in his hand. Yeah. It would matter more if he had the king of diamonds in his hand, if he blocked these pair pluses, because those are the ones that are mandatory bets. So now you could say like, oh, okay, well, he never has the king high flush. He never has a flush that contains a jack, that type of stuff. But you can't really eliminate anything when you have ace queen off, no diamond.
Yeah.
So when we follow through here with a check and we see the river 7 of diamonds, now the 7 of diamonds is going to eliminate even a couple more combinations of potential flushes that you could have, like king 7 of diamonds obviously never exists. But yeah, we were right in our instinct. Capped at pot, and then 40% is the secondary choice. So it's somewhere between like a hedgy block and a full pot size bet, but we do mostly bet. Like this board runs out us.
Yeah.
He's mostly going to be capped to 1 or 2 pair type of holdings, and that puts us in a position to that's with flushes. Okay, so that makes more sense. We're still betting a lot. Sorry, we're still betting a lot, but we're leaning more on the block size.
Right.
So if we give this, let's just give it a third option. What did he choose? Pot and a half.
Like 125.
Yeah, 125.
Okay. So, I mean, it's not going to be that different. It's going to look similar to like what we see in the pot variety. Matter of fact, maybe we just examine that. We do see some stuff come here for pot. So there's ace queen off, but it's only going to be with a diamond, which we knew. And it prefers the ace of diamonds. You just block more flushes that way, I suppose. If we eliminate this size and we just examine what happens at pot, which is going to be a little bit more practical rather than trying to split those two. Let's see if ace queen gets in there with out of diamond. Yeah, a little bit. So there's a little bit of ace of spade, queen of heart, ace of heart, queen of spades. So kind of like unblocking the clubs backdoor. And I would assume that when we face jam here, those hands are going to be doing a lot of folding. Did I misconstrue the... No, that's right. He jammed for about a little less than 2 pot, right?
He jammed.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Like 800 into 300?
890. There was 200 in the pot, and then 2 something in the pot, and he bet 275, and he jammed over the top for 890.
Okay, so he's actually jamming for like 75% pot. So I screwed the pooch a little bit here with sizings, but you can see ace queen's a pure fold without a diamond, and that's not going to change. If we just change it to a pot size raise instead, I still don't think that's going to change. So ace queen starts to call a little bit more, but again, only with a diamond. So just the diamond varieties call more often. It's that critical and that sensitive. And again, a lot of this is just born off the fact that of the hands that are capable of betting pot for us, so let's take a look back here again of what's betting pot. This is just mostly going to be all flushes across the board. These are all flushes. Then we have like queen jack off, which is effectively a bluff. That's pretty much what that falls into. We have queen 9 off, which again, this is much less sensitive to having a diamond because it's always bet folding. But it wants to get kind of thick value from those 2 pair combos or the naked 9s. But these hands are like really bad because they block a 9 that may like have a diamond and choose to like try to blow us off or whatever. And then like everything else is just a flush or a straight. So we have a little bit of like ace king off ace of diamonds, but again, that's just effectively a bluff. I don't think that hand ever expects to get called by worse. Same thing with like ace 8 off with the ace of diamonds. These are just pot size bluffs that we're using to match all of the flushes that we have, and you can see that we have a pretty heavy variety of or breakdown of flushes. If we take a look at the concentration, we have a little over twice as many flushes as he does, and our range is 3 times as wide. So that gives you a good indication at the combo level. That actually means we have like 6 times as many combinations of flushes than he does, which is a really difficult thing for in position to juggle. So when you get jammed on, that's scary.
Right. Yeah, and like the chart, you can see like it goes straight up at the end. Yeah,
right. So like when he shoves, that's going to be very, very, very polar. And that in and of itself should, especially at these stake levels, really raise an eyebrow. You can see that his jams are kind of mirroring what we're potting with. It's all flushes. And then like jack 10 off is the bluff with the jack of diamonds, ace 10 off.
Pocket 5s, why not?
Right, like ace 10 off, pocket 5s. Just
I don't think they're finding these bluffs.
Just yeeting it.
They're not.
Ace king off with the ace of diamonds. That's going to yeet it. They're all trying to match the nut flush. Notice how like the bluffs aren't coming from like straight combos.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They're coming from combinations that block the nut flush in some sort of capacity. Even 5s is going to block ace 5 of diamonds.
Right.
Which would potentially play this way. So, effectively all it's trying to do is ensure that it doesn't run into a flush anytime that it chooses to jam. And then everything else is just going to be some variety of a flush, which is obviously strong enough to put in two pots. So as played, I know we talk about just paying all the time, but this is one of those ones where when you choose non-sizes, and to be fair, like he wasn't that far off, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But an overbet's an overbet.
Yeah.
Right? It signifies something. When you're capped at pot and you choose to go 125% pot and the person isn't afraid of that,
right?
Yeah.
Good indication that like, okay, we probably got to exit this one. Somehow he does have a flush here.
It'd almost have to be purely bluffing. I can't see worse.
Definitely don't beat value.
Right.
You certainly don't
beat any value. I mean,
like you have concerns.
You might chop with ace queen, but I don't even think like ace queen's not going to. Maybe if they have ace queen with the ace of diamonds.
Right. Like you have concerns if you have queen jack of diamonds.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. Yeah. Like I don't know how I win here. I don't really beat value.
I assume the just pay notion happens if hero had just checked, it would be check call.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But I don't really think ace queen can ever do. It does check. Yeah. Yeah, and I think like even if we block and just face a normal size raise, I would imagine. So like if we block and he pots, I imagine we're gonna do a little bit more call. Yeah, ace queen pure call.
Yeah.
Right now suits don't matter.
Yeah.
Right. So it's really all about the strategy that you're employing here. Like big bet followed by big raise is scary.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's
So nutted.
you don't need the machine to tell you this.
Right.
Your instincts are good.
Yeah, sometimes you think like, oh, I missed value on the turn, so now I have to make up for it on the river, and then you make a mistake by overbetting when you could just sometimes bet small, and then they find a raise, and you just call and win.
Right.
Now you got that value anyways, instead of putting yourself in the position where now they jam on you, and you're like, oh my God.
I think if it was like the 6 of diamonds or 5 of diamonds, maybe he doesn't go for the big bet. Like I don't necessarily know this is a reaction to missing value on the turn. I think it's more that it puts a 1-liner to a 9 out.
Yeah.
And you're just
and
really,
you have the nut straight.
Yeah, you're just really trying to maximize against that Jack 9 region or what have you. But it can get you in trouble. If you guys would like to submit your own version of In the Muck, we would love to go over it. Be sure to head to the OnlyFriends_pod Twitter account. It's the pinned tweet, or you can hit hashtag Discord in our chat. That'll give you the link. We have a whole community set up, a forum dedicated to In the Muck, and we would love to dissect yours. Don't forget, we do have 2 academies coming up at the end of May. We have the Cash Academy, May 23rd to the 25th, May 24th to the 26th. May 23rd to the 25th.
We were talking about cash?
Yeah.
May 23rd to the 25th.
Yeah, I was right the first time. Then we have the MTT Academy, May 27th to the 30th.
Yeah, that's right, Berkey.
It's a 4-day academy.
If you plug this every single day, you'll get it.
That's true. Maybe that's the thing to do. Also, don't forget, huge shout out to Champions Club at Houston, who is our sponsor for the week. They are bringing the PGT to Texas Is it next week? Is next week the 24th? Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah,
next weekend.
Next week.
So starting next weekend, April 24th through May 5th, PokerGo Tour is headed to Texas for the first time. It opens with a $2 million guaranteed main event, flights starting Wednesday, April 24th. There are 8 total flights, $3,300 main event buy-in with a guaranteed $2 million prize pool and a very aggressive step satellite series if you want to try to get in a little bit cheaper. This is the smallest buy-in the PGT has ever had that they've run so far, and they do offer that big free roll for anybody who is, I believe, top 40 in points at the end of the year. So maybe you go out, maybe you win the main for a big prize, maybe it gets you a couple hundred PGT points, and now all of a sudden you're firing high rollers for the rest of your career.
That's how it works.
This is how dreams are made, people. Okay, you're gonna get your ass to Texas. Everything's bigger out there. Melissa's gonna be there. Probably not playing any of the events.
No.
Probably just being a wag.
Wag.
On the sideline.
Living that
Wag
wag life.
Yeah. Yeah, have some signs out there.
yeah.
Go Sam, go.
Yep.
I can help you with that sign, Melissa.
Yeah.
That's right. Guapo will get you a nice.
Is it
Expertise.
It's very well detailed.
Is it
one.
less stressful or more stressful? Like, would you?
More
Are you
to
more
watch?
To watch is more stressful to watch than that be actually playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's way more
That's
stressful
what I
to
would think
watch
too.
than play.
Yeah.
What happened in the 25K? Your boy had all the chips.
He Coleman 4-bet jammed ace 5 suited.
Oh, he
And
cat jammed them.
He had queens, and it was Jack 8 deuce, or it was Jack 8 3 5 deuce.
Yeah,
Or
that'll
4
do it.
deuce.
4 deuce. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, showers, buddy.
10
Unlucky.
left, 8 pay.
Oh no, he oh,
Yeah.
oh god.
Sorry.
You hate to see
He did
it.
have a $250,000 score, so be.
That's true.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
still
He had a good
rich.
series.
He's still rich.
Why are those queens never holding?
I know, right?
I bet he makes
Rude.
$1,000 an hour.
Well, here's another
Probably.
500, right?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anxiety Burke says there's 500 more.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see who shows up tomorrow. That's going to do it for us, squad. We really appreciate you celebrating 500 episodes with us. We're going to be back for 501.
Let's go.
Noon Pacific tomorrow. I have a couple fun hands to discuss from today's session, so maybe we can go over that. None of them are in the muck. I actually won for once in my
Let's
goddamn
go, Berk.
life.
He's back.
Go.
But,
He's
you
He's
know,
staying on the island.
things can change between now and
Backyard is
tomorrow.
back in action.
I did win about a backyard today.
Nice.
We'll see you guys noon Pacific tomorrow. Be sure to tune in and like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Peace.
Peace.